Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's a special edition of Purple. You can get $5, $10, $15, $20,000 money right now, not 5 weeks from now, not 5 months from now. And this is second stimulus. In addition, third stimulus provides you a lot of money. And for the first time in a while, I'm going to go over the big money you can get under second and third stimulus. Meantime, I'll be going over the confusion about that $10,200 of unemployment that people have been asking for. I'll be explaining that detail as well. I'll also be going over the EIDL grant. I'll be combining business lunch into the show as well, because guess what? It's always a good time to have lunch. It's only $12.50. I'll be going over your business grants, the EIDL grants as well, and the shuttered venue grant. They're about to go live. And guess what? I'm about to go live as Noontime LA continues right now. Hey, good noontime, everybody. It's business lunch and also a combination of Purple all together. There's $5, $10, $15, $20,000 of money you can get right now under second stimulus. And then there's $5 to $10, $15, $20,000 you can get under third stimulus. And then there's the business grants that are about to go live. And then there's a confusion about that $10,200 of unemployment. I'll be answering all that right in this special edition of Business Grants Purple all combined. If you've not subscribed, make sure you subscribe. It's birthday week. And this is a special actual birthday add-on video, so make sure you subscribe. Also like this video. Let's try to do 3,000 likes. If you've not become a member, consider becoming a member. Right after this, I go right into Afternoons LA. So let me go over what money is available for you right now. First, under second stimulus, there's a lot of money that is now available for you to get. It starts with rent. You can get $5, $10, $15, $20,000 of money right now for rent because that money was sent out to the states months ago for second stimulus. It's still available. Where do you get that money for rent? You look at your state housing authority, your state hall, county housing authority, county hall, city housing authority, city hall. What you're asking for is rent assistance because of COVID. Remember, this is money from second stimulus. The rent for third stimulus is about to land in a few weeks. It's going to be in the same place. So you want to do this now so you get used to it. And if you get the money for second stimulus, guess what? You can get money for third stimulus as well. It's a state housing authority, state hall, city housing authority, city hall, county housing authority, county hall. Then you want to reach out to all utility companies. Ask for utility assistance because of COVID. Utility assistance because of COVID. Then, after you go through all those permutations, if you have difficulty finding it, then you want to reach out to the nonprofits that are national. These are the nonprofits that are national, have paid rent and utilities for viewers of this channel. They are United Way, Salvation Army, Community Action, Catholic Charities, Salvation Army, and also a United Way. If I mess that up, let me say it again. Moreover, if I'm going too fast, don't worry. You can always replay this video by pulling back on the toggle screen at the bottom of the player and pull it back to that part you want to hear again. The national nonprofits that help for rent and utilities and pay it for you are United Way, Salvation Army, Community Action, Catholic Charities, St. Vincent de Paul. Next. What you need to know is that this week, the CDC did extend the eviction moratorium. So it has been now extended to June. It's very important between you and I that you get rent assistance now. Why? Because second stimulus rent assistance is available. Third stimulus rent assistance is about to hit in another few weeks. And then after it hits, they predict it's going to hit maybe in about April. Once it hits, that's it. There will likely be no more purplish rent, maybe by May. So what I want you to do is get that rent money now. Guess what also will happen in June? They're calling it quits on the eviction moratorium. By June, they presume that all the rent aid will be used up and all the eviction moratorium will be lifted. And so then at that point, you have to fend for yourself. Now, everything could change. I mean, everything could change, but that's what they're currently projecting the trend line. So get this money right now. Now, if you've had problems getting the money from the state, county, city, nonprofits, or utilities companies, don't worry, there's a community page that can help you get that money as well. The community page is detailed in a commercial break coming up shortly in this video. Next, let me go to the next thing you can get. This is SNAP. Boy, I had one success. I don't know if she's in the live chat right now. I think it's Jenny. Jenny sent a wonderful, kind message, said, LALATE, you said stay with it, and I finally got my SNAP. Congratulations to Jenny for getting her SNAP. She's in the East Coast. SNAP pays a different amount depending on where you live and how many people in the household. A family of four in Hawaii, $1,400 a week normally, but now, excuse me, per month, but now it's been increased 15%. 15% means that a family of four in Hawaii gets about $16,000 a year. This is a lot of money. Yes, $16,000 a year for a family of four. It's been increased 15% through December. How do you get SNAP benefits? Very easy. Department of Agriculture, DOA. Call them up. If you don't know how to get to Department of Agriculture, call 211. And with that, let's go to the next item. The next item is increasing your unemployment benefits. If you're still on unemployment, you can increase your unemployment benefits. How do you do this? You reach out to your Department of Unemployment by sending them a correspondence. And in that correspondence, you give them a copy of your 2019 tax return. What you're trying to do is raise your 2020 unemployment. Yes, you can go back in time. Yes. So let's say you were unemployed from March to December of 2020, but have a job now in 2021. You can go back and fix those prior months. What do? You show them the tax return. You say, hi, I want to see if I qualify for more weekly benefits. How much more can you get? This is how much money you can get. If you made over $18,000, you'll be able to raise your benefits about $50 a week, which over, let's say, 30 weeks is about $1,500. If you made over $25,000 2019, you'll be able to raise your benefits about $100 a week, which over 30 weeks is $3,000. And if you made over $30,000 2019, you'll be able to raise your benefits about $300 per week, which over 30 weeks is about $10,000. Look how much money I've gotten you. And what are we, only 7 minutes in this video? Rent, $5,000 to $10,000. Utilities, generally a couple $100, a couple thousand. Then SNAP, it could be upwards of $15,000. Escalated benefits, a couple thousand to almost $10,000. I've had a couple people get $10,000. Look how much money I'm getting you just on second stimulus. Now, third stimulus, let's go over that right now. Third stimulus will be the same thing for rent, utilities as well. It's not live yet in most of the states. There's also mortgage assistance. If you're a property owner and have a privately held or publicly held mortgage, you can get mortgage help for paying that mortgage. This is free money to pay for the mortgage. Also utility payments if you're a property owner, and some other homeowner expenses. Most of those are still not live in some states. It's done on a state-by-state basis, so you have to reach out to your state to find where it is. Next, how about the other items under third stimulus, and when are those going live? The $1,700 of financial aid for college students, reach out to the financial advisor of your college. That's the single most important individual who knows about that $1,700. The earned income hazard pay, the earned income tax credit will be on the 2021 tax return, and that's $1,400, $1,500 if you worked as a hazard pay worker and made less than $25,000 and are 19 years or older. Then, what about the EI? Now we're going to business lunch. What about the EIDL stuff and all the business grant stuff? Let me go over all those one at a time. EIDL loan just went live with a new increase. Go to sba.gov. If you have an EIDL loan, you can now increase it for the first time ever in the history of this channel. This is great news. Second, the EIDL grant has yet to go live. Stay with me. I'm watching it. Third, the shuttered venue grant may apply for you because the shuttered venue grant applies to talent owners or talent coordinators, and it doesn't only apply to people who own venues. It's actually quite broad. So look at the definition. That has now gone into preview mode on sba.gov, where you submit your name, your address, and your email address, and they're going to send you the application. Additionally, the PPP program was just extended yesterday by executive order of the president. I ran that video as well for you as well. You can get another round of PPP. Now, what is better between PPP and EIDL? PPP I like because it turns into a grant. I also like it because you apply it to private lenders like a Fundera Cabbage or Lending Circle or Lendio, and they help tell you what you need to do. They hold your hand. I like the EIDL loan because it is something you can just keep the money for a year, and within 11 months, if you don't like it, return it, no interest, principal, or early repayment penalty. Those are great business assistance. Earlier today, I talked about the new Michael Jordan grant. If you're African American and have a 501c3 corp, you can go get that as well. It just went live and it's open till April 30th to apply. Next, what about the other items of third stimulus? Well, let's go over the other items of third stimulus that are about to go live as well. The $5,000, if the child is 5 to newborn, is being paid the following way. The $14 stimulus check comes to you, and then $3,600, $300 a month, starting in the month of July for every child 5 to newborn. If the child is 17 to 6, it's $250 a month every month from July to next year. How do you update IRS about a child that they may not know about? They've yet to give advice about it. They say they're going to. It's still pending. And finally, that unemployment question that I'm getting a lot. What about that $10,200 of unemployment? How does that work? This is a big question across the board. What I want you to know about that $10,000, $10,200 for unemployment is the following. The way the bill was written and the law was effectuated is the following. If you made less than $150,000 in 2020, and that money does not include the unemployment income, then your first $10,200 of unemployment is tax-free. Most viewers understand this concept of it. It's tax-free. So if you pay taxes at any time for it, this is an issue for you. Meaning, if you had taxes taken out, well, you paid for it. Or if you filed your tax return already and paid taxes on it, this is also an issue. If you haven't filed your tax return yet, don't file it yet. Why? Because Treasury says they're going to give guidance as to how to fix this issue when filing your tax return for people who have not paid taxes yet on the $10,200. This is what you need to know. Number one, 13 states have now come forward and say they're not going to honor the federal law. They're going to require you to pay state taxes on it. More, I don't know. You're going to have to research that for the state level. That's a hot mess, and I don't think they have the right to do so, but that's where they're going. That's at least that's my opinion. Number two, if you never paid taxes on the $10,200, or you never or you never took out for taxes, and you've never filed your tax return, you're in the best situation possible because you just wait for that advisory from Treasury, and then when it comes out, you deal with it. But if you had taxes taken out for UI, FPUC, or PUA, or you didn't and filed tax returns already paying taxes on it, the only way to fix the situation will be with some sort of tax return instrument. We don't know what it is yet, and you have to do that with a tax preparer. Viewers have been sending me messages saying, when am I going to get a tax rebate for that unemployment that I paid taxes on? They're not sending rebate checks. They're not just automatically send you back the money. And a lot of people are thinking it's just an automatic default, that it's sort of like a stimulus check, that they're automatically send you back the money you paid money on for unemployment, the taxes you paid on. No, this is going to be something you're going to have a conversation with your tax preparer. If you don't have a tax preparer, you have to get one. Again, the official advisory from Treasury is they have yet to decide how to fix the situation as well. And with that, there's a lot of other stuff that's in the third stimulus package. And over the next few weeks, as people get their stimulus checks, whether it's wave 2, wave 3, or wave 4, or wave 5, as you get the stimulus checks, then I'm going to help guide you through the next step, which is getting the big money available for you under the third stimulus package. All this other big money, which is about a few days to a few weeks before it goes live. Thank you for joining me on a big day of Noontime LA. And I'll have more about your stimulus checks as we go into Afternoons LA, coming up in about 15 minutes from now. Stay informed, stay focused. Thank you for joining me on this quick special edition of Purple and Business Grants on Noontime LA.